Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Sophie, and this channel is chronicling my journey of living my best life with multiple chronic health conditions. Today I just want to give sort of an honest overview of how I'm doing. I know my last few videos I've talked about some of my symptoms, but I just sort of want to kind of go through what a day is like, and the reason for that is twofold. One is because I think I'm only realizing again how impaired I am after a conversation with my therapist. And the second reason is because I am doing voice to text on my phone to hopefully speed up my SSDI statement for the hearing that is in March. But I'm gonna try to make this kind of comprehensive for that purpose, but also try to keep this as short as possible. So I guess going through the day, waking up, I never know what kind of day I'm going to have. Sometimes I wake up and I automatically know I'm going to be very symptomatic because I wake up and I call it loopy. I don't really know how to explain it. When I'm looking around the room, I'm just sort of disoriented, not really sure where my body is in space already, even though I'm still laying down. On those days, I may or may not be very orthostatic. I may need to spend the day in the chair like this for those reasons, not for the reasons I will get to. I do check my blood pressure when I wake up, but even though I have an Omron blood pressure monitor, it often takes a couple tries before it gets my blood pressure. My cardiologist cannot explain that. She said that shouldn't happen. I should be able to read it. Sometimes when I wake up, my heart rate's elevated, like in the 120s. Sometimes it's not. If it's elevated, I might be a little short of breath. But it's when I'm assuming my blood pressure is super low that I get pre-syncopal or have a syncopal episode. Lately, I've been able to just hop back in the bed because I do know what they feel like. So if I feel like I'm getting too close to passing out, I will just lay down wherever I am. As far as going through the day and doing sort of like normal daily stuff, my muscles do fatigue and burn with exertion. So brushing my teeth, my muscles burn. Cutting up potatoes or meat or stirring pasta or anything like that, my muscles burn and they get really fatigued and they get harder to control when they are fatigued. Yeah, that basically goes for anything. Typing, moving the computer mouse, handwriting. So a lot of the documents for SSDI that they want you to write, I will type because typing is much easier than handwriting is for me. So the muscular fatigue is a very big problem on a daily basis. My neck and back have been more troublesome recently. I don't know what's going on with that. I do spend a lot of time in this position when I am in this room. When I am in my workroom, I do have a work chair with a neck rest, like an actual neck rest, but I am a little bit too short for it. I need to get like a pillow or something that would get me higher, but even then, because of the way my monitors are set up, I still need to sort of lean forward for part of the day to see everything on the monitors due to the screen size and one of the monitors being a laptop. I probably need to rearrange them somehow, but I have no energy for that. Energy-wise, since I talked about that, I basically don't have any. During the week, I do take modafinil, and it does help. This past week at work, I basically did nap every day, either before work or during work. I am very thankful to have a job that allows me to sort of take a break when I need. Most days, some days, it depends on what the day looks like. So very fatigued, still have trouble staying awake, and on the weekends I most definitely nap. I do not take modafinil, and I normally take at least one around 3-hour nap. So on the weekends I am sleeping around 12 hours, sometimes more. But it's difficult. The brain fog is nowhere near as bad as it was, but it's definitely still noticeable, especially as the day goes on. I have more and more trouble sort of speaking and making a coherent sense. I will have word finding difficulties. That's probably the biggest issue I have with brain fog. This morning, I did go out and pick up groceries. I don't remember the last time I walked through a grocery store. I normally do pickup or delivery. I basically don't really have much of a life outside of working. Sorry. I'm just too fatigued, or I know it would be too much and take my body too long to recover from, because just getting through the day, my body doesn't really recover. Taking a shower is exhausting. I normally will not shower in the morning because then I would have to have difficulty getting through the day. That's also one of the reasons I don't go to the gym, because the only time I could go to the gym is the morning. And that makes it difficult to get through the day. I would need to nap. I know I look healthy on the outside and people can't really see what's wrong with me, but there's a lot wrong with me. The shortness of breath is still very prevalent with most activities. Bringing in the groceries, my heart rate was in the 140s. Bending over to scoop the litter box, I get short of breath. Folding laundry, I get short of breath. Making the bed, I get short of breath. I do hire a cleaner who will be here this afternoon, so that is how my house gets cleaned now. I am thinking about hiring someone to cook for me because, again, the chopping, stirring, mixing, and all that extremely fatigues my arms. But I don't really have the money for that. I need to figure something out. I don't know what I'm going to do. But yeah, that kind of sums up my life. I do have other issues, like I have GI issues. Sometimes I'll go and just drink water and I will get this wave of intense nausea. I don't know why. I still have trouble digesting vegetables, so I don't eat them very often. I get esophageal spasms for some reason that are rather painful. They happen randomly, so I don't really know what is causing them. I still have the difficulty swallowing. That's been lifelong. That's nothing new. I still have difficulty urinating. It can take me, 20 minutes, or I have to self-cath. So basically my life is doing as much as I can with as little symptomatic exacerbation as possible. Basically everything I'm going to do is cause symptoms. So I try to do the minimum, or I try to have as little symptoms as possible while doing as much as I can. I would love to be able to do more, but I know what happens when I do. I really need to figure out what's going on with my neck and back because I had to put my head against the cabinets to do the dishes this morning because it is painful and just fatiguing, burning, heavy to hold my neck up. So that's been fun this week. That's going to be it for this one. I hope you guys are having a good day whenever it is you are seeing this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.